All right, so we are going to be doing something a little bit different today. Instead of like the Japanese monthly market update, we are going to do a Japanese Scarlet and Violet era tier list, ranking the sets from, the worst all the way to the best. We're going to be checking the top 10 cards for each set, and we're even going to be checking the prices of the booster boxes. So we're going to be checking everything. And then we are going to be doing a giveaway today. We will be giving away some Japanese art rares. We got the Tyranitar, Dragonair, a few others. All you have to do is make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then I want you to comment your favorite Japanese set in the Scarlet and Violet era besides 151 and Terrestrial Festival. And then 2, we have to announce the giveaway winner from last Sunday's video, and that is at Gru712. Just hit me up on email or my Instagram and I'll get that sent out to you. But before I get started, I do have to talk about the Card Prison binder. If you guys are looking for a super nice, high quality binder that's maybe a little bit different than the others, the Card Prison binder is perfect for you. It literally fits top loaded cards and sleeve cards in the same binder. Comes in white and black. And then 2, you would be supporting a fellow Pokemon YouTuber named Rock Sandy. The dude is 18 years old, already has his own binder, and he has some of the best content on YouTube when it comes to Pokemon. So definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. And then if you use the code BEARD10 at checkout, you receive 10% off your entire order. All right, let's get into it. So here is the tier list. We are going from the worst, decent, good, great, and best. And we are going to complete order. And if you guys do not know anything about the Japanese side, if you're thinking, wouldn't this just be the same as the English? No, because our sets are much bigger than these sets. It usually takes like 2 Japanese sets to make one of our sets. So a lot of these sets are very, very small. But all right, let's get into it. We got the Violet EX set. So Miriam is the best card, if you guys did not know this too. The Japanese special art rare trainers are usually the most expensive cards in the set. And then we got Miraidon at 37, that's worth double what our Miraidon is worth. And then we got Miriam at 26, Arven at 21. And then we got the Drowsy is worth $10. And then Slowpoke is worth $6. So the art rares are always cheaper on the Japanese side than our illustration rares on the English side. But a lot of the special art rare Japanese cards are worth more than the English special illustration rare cards. But, not a terrible set with Miriam and then, Miraidon and then the Drowsy Slowpoke. We got a little Gen 1 love. Then we got to check the booster box price. So the high was $156. It was at $100 for a while. Got all the way down to about $35 and coming up right now. Last sold $70, $60, $79, $59, $61, $65. And we got a $50 sale down there. But we are just going to put that in, we'll just put it in good for now. I'm going to be moving these around a ton. All right, next we have the Scarlet EX set. So this has the Gardevoir worth $103. Our Gardevoir is worth $50. And then we got the Koraidon worth $37. Ours is worth $15. And then the Penny, we got the Great Tusk EX. We got the Riolu, the Ralt. So again, a couple nice art rares and a couple nice special art rares. And then the price, a little bit cheaper than the Violet box. The high for this is $90. Got down to like 33, and now last sold 55, 55, 57, 50. And we're just going to put that with the other box right now. All right, next we got Triplet Beat. So this is kind of, part of how they evolved. We got the Dendra special art rare at $70, and then the Magikarp at $60. And then we got Meowscarada at $51, Skeledirge at $30, and Quaquaval at $17. So this has the Magikarp and the 3 starters. And then for the price, the high was like $150 on release, got down to about $100, and then went all the way down to about $40. Coming up now, last sold 70, 53, 93, 63, 88. I definitely think this is one of the better sets. I'm going to put it in great for now. All right. Next, we have Snow Hazard. So here's like the Chen Pao and the Wo Chain that would technically be in Paldea Evolved. But the Grush is the most expensive card in the set at 35, Chen Pal's at 28, Squawkabilly's at 21, and then Booster Box was at 105 on release, got all the way down to $34. Coming up a little bit right now, last sold 46, 50, 54, 49, 50. We got one at 71 down there. But I'm going to put that in decent for now. Next, we have the Clayburst. So this has the Iono in it, which is worth $405, which is crazy. And then the other Iono's worth $43. Chiyu's worth $21, Tinkaton $20, and then this set has the Raichu art rare and the Tyranitar art rare. So this is definitely one of the better sets for sure. And this was at $201 when it came out, got all the way down to $43. Coming up right now, last sold 78, 60, 61, 77, 80, 70. I mean, having a chase card worth that much in this set and the booster box, the same price as the first 4 booster boxes we looked at, is pretty crazy. So I'm definitely going to put that in great. Next, 151, Do we even really need to talk about 151? I mean, we'll take a look, but so many awesome cards. And then what's cool about the Japanese 151 is they have Master Balls. The English side does not, which makes, you know, this even more special. Even the most expensive card in the set is the Gengar Master Ball Holo at 231. Then the Charizard EX at 193. Pikachu Master Ball is 150. They got the Mew EX, which is a promo for us. Their Mew's worth 90. Blastoise and Venusaur around the same prices for us, 75, 69, and same with the Zapdos at 55. And their Erica's Invitation is worth 52. So there is so much money in this set, it's just crazy. And then the booster box prices, you know, it's gone up and down so many times. We got massive reprints of this. This was at $200, got down to 65, and then coming up right now and kind of leveling out. Last sold 145, 140, 140, 147. We got one at 90, which is just crazy. But pretty much the average, I'd say, is about 145. And you guys know we are going to put that in the best. I mean, that was super obvious. Next, we have Ruler of the Black Flame. Now, since these sets are all so small, it makes, you know, this set pop a lot more. Where Obsidian Flames, you know, is such a small set for us that it just seems, you know, not that great. But on the Japanese side, it's pretty good. I mean, we got 3 Charizards in the top 5 with a Pidgeot, Ninetales, Cleffa, nice Poppy, nice Gita. I mean, it's a pretty solid set. The Charizard EX is worth 130. Their Gold Charizard is worth 33. Pidgeot 22. Ninetales is 8. And then Booster Box, this was at $86 when it came out, got down to 37, then got up to 73 and coming down a little bit right now. That sold 60, 80, 70, 63, 62, 22. Plus it's a Charizard set, so I'm going to put it in great for now. Next, we have the Raging Surf set. So the best card is the Garchomp EX, and then we got Goldango. Garchomp's worth 25, Groudon's worth 18. And then it has the Yveltal. So it has a couple of nice art rares for sure. It has a Tapu Koko. You know, pretty solid set, but again, nothing super crazy. And the box was $148 when it first came out. Then got down to 37. Now that sold 65, 65, 66, 69. Let's see, where am I going to put this one? I do kind of like this set. I'm going to put it in good for now. All right. Next, we have Future Flash. This has the Altaria worth 40. This has the Iron Valiant worth 25. And the Steelix at $6 and the Swablu. So a couple decent cards, nothing crazy. And then the booster box was at 104, got all the way down to 31. And coming up right now, last sold 41, 60, 50, 54, 45, 51. I'm going to put this with decent. Next, we have the Ancient Roar set. This has a Roaring Moon EX, special art rare 45. The Golisopod at 15. Sandy Shocks at 7. I really like the Mellow special art rare, but still not a ton in this set either. And the booster box was at 90, got down to $29. Now last sold 47, 49, 54, 50, 46. But pretty much every Japanese booster box is slowly coming up in price right now. I'm going to also put that in decent. All right, next we have Shiny Treasure EX, another set that I really do not have to talk too much about. We got the Mew EX at 182, Charizard at 165, Gardevoir at 70, Iono at 52, Penny at 18, Baby Shiny Pikachu at 19. You know, some very, very solid cards. Booster box was at 85, got down to 36, coming up right now. Last sold 70, 54, 65, 76. And I'm going to put that in one of the best sets because it is. All right, next we have Cyber Judge. So this has Bianca's Devotion worth 36, Iron Crown worth 26, Iron Leaves 20, Salvatore at 11, Iron Boulder at 7, and then it does have the Sawsbuck and Deerling at 7 and 6. So not a terrible set. Then we'll check the booster box prices. So it was at $54 on release, got down to like $36. Now that's sold 54, 49, 45, 50. So this box has always been pretty cheap. I am going to put it in decent for now. It might jump up to good. I'm not too sure yet. Next, we have Wild Force. So this has a Raging Bolt EX, the Morty's Confidence, Walking Wake, Gouging Fire. You know, Raging Bolt's worth 45, Morty's is worth 32. Does have the Ghastly in the R-Box. So a couple really nice art rares, couple nice special art rares. So good variety. I really like that Eerie card. Next, the booster box price got up to 118, got down to 30. Coming up right now, last sold 50, 73, 56, 55. Where are we going to put Wild Force? I'm going to put it in Man, that's tough. I'm just going to put it in good for now, even though I feel like Cyber Judge is right with it. Let me see here. I might have to move that quick. So, I don't know. That has the better art rares. Yeah, it's a toss-up on that one. They're both solid sets. All right, next is Crimson Haze. So this has a Greninja EX at 194. It has the Perrin Special Art Rare, Trainer at 63, Blood Moon Ursaluna at 26, Lana's Assistance at 25, and it does have the Eevee Art Rare. So this is definitely one of the best sets. And the booster box prices was at 55 on release, got down to 36. And coming up a little bit right now, last sold 70, 67, 62, 65, 61, 51. But definitely a very solid set on the Japanese side, so great. All right, next we have Mask of Change. So we got the Carmine at $97, Kieran at $23, and then it has the Ogre Pawns. They're all around $10 to $15, and then the Chansey. And the booster box was at 54, got down to 38. Now last sold 59, 53, 54, 56. I'm not the biggest fan of that set. I'm going to put that in decent for now. I'm definitely going to move some of these down to the worst once we're done with all this. All right, next we have Night Wanderer. So this has the Cassiopeia at 23, and then it has a Pheasantipity EX at 22, Petrine at 15, and then it has a Persian, and then it has the Duskull line. So, you know, a couple decent art rares there. Box has always been cheap, got up to 54, got down to 33, now last sold 40, 40, 44, 45, 34. So definitely one of the cheapest boxes. I'm going to put that in the worst for now. All right, next we have Stellar Miracle, which has the Lacey at 37, Terapagos at 36, Dashbone at 17, Hydrapple at 16. No good art rares in the top 10. We do have the Zorora down here, but that's in the top 15. This booster box is going to be cheap also. Was at $45 on release, got down to 40, and now last sold 51, 55, 54, 49. Again, definitely one of the weaker sets, I would say. I'm going to put it in the worst. All right, next we got Paradise Dragona, which has the Latias, and it has the Lisia's Appeal. The Latias is worth 91, Lisia's Appeal worth 78. Then it drops down to the Alone Executor at 22. Another Lisia's Appeal at 16. We got the Latios Art Rare at 9. And the booster box got up to 72, got down to 39. Now last sold 55, 62, 60, 69, 31. But having that nice Latias card in there, you know, it definitely makes it a good set. Might want to move it up to great. Yeah, I think I'm going to move it up to great right now, just because that nice chase card. Like I said, you know, these sets are smaller, so it only takes a few cards to really make a set pop off. Next, we got Super Electric Breaker. I mean, we got the Pikachu, Milotic, and the Hydreigon as your top three. Yeah, their Pikachu is actually going up in price too. It was at $200 for the longest time. Now it's at $240. We got the Milotic at $65, Hydreigon at $44. And the Gold Pikachu at 39, and the other Pikachu at 17. And they do have a couple nice art rares, but they're not in the top 10. We got the Magneton and the Ceruledge. Those are very, very solid. And booster box, so it started off cheap, $53, and it's just gone slowly up and up. Coming down a little bit right now, but it got up to about 93. Now last sold 90, 88, 70, 88, 67, 95, 71. This is definitely one of the better sets for sure. So I'm going to put that in great. Might move it to the best once we're done here. All right, next, Terrestrial Festival EX. Again, another set I do not have to talk about. I mean, just look at the top 10. I mean, even the top 15, the top 20. There's just so many cards in here. It's crazy. And then the Umbreon being number one at $303 is pretty solid. And then the booster box started off pretty cheap, $56. You know, I got quite a few of them. And it's just slowly coming up right now. Last sold 93, 105, 95, 99. 105, 107. Got a 74 down there. Does say with shrink wrap too. But this is definitely one of the best sets for sure. They definitely did really good with those high class sets. Next, we have the Battle Partners set. So since the sets are so small, it makes this set even way better. I mean, this is definitely one of the best top 10s that we've looked at today. And then not to mention, we're on the Japanese side, so they really love the trainers. But Lily's Clefairy worth 183, already worth more than ours. Iono's Bellibolt 92, worth more than ours. And Zoroark worth 58. Salamence 34. The gold Enzoroark at 30. Hops Ashen at 27. Volcanion at 15. Not to mention the beautiful Enzresram art rare and Articuno. You know, I know I'm probably going to get a little hate for this, but this is definitely one of the best sets on the Japanese side for sure. And the booster boxes started at $65, got up to $109, and coming down in price right now, $71, $93, $80. Still a pretty new set. $66, $70, $70. If this set gets down to, you know, the 50s or something like that, I would definitely love to grab a bunch of these. But honestly, I think it's a great set. All right, next we have Hot Air Arena. Again, a really, really nice looking top 10. I mean, check this out. Cynthia's Garchomp EX at 240, Ethan's Ho-Oh at 140, Ethan's Adventure at 58, the gold Cynthia's Garchomp at 44, Ethan's Ho-Oh, the gold one at 33, Ethan's Typhlosion at 26, holding some crazy value on the Japanese side. Misty's Psyduck went down to 20. I'm surprised Ethan's Typhlosion is beating Misty's Psyduck. And then we got, you know, the Mabosstiff, Yanmega, and then the Cynthia's Roserade. Definitely a crazy top 10. And then Booster Box, like I said, very new set, was at 163, got down to 88, back up to 138, and coming down a little bit right now. Last sold 81, 68, 99, 109, 110, 115. This is another set I would love to get a few booster boxes of for sure. Again, I think it's one of the greatest sets in the Scarlet and Violet era. And I'm definitely going to be moving a couple of these up to best because I don't want them to be just all like the specialty sets or whatever. And last on the list, we have the glory of Team Rocket. Now we got Team Rocket's Mewtwo at 248, the Moltres at 107, Nidoking at 65, Team Rocket's Crobat at 62, and then the full art at 34. Not to mention, there's so many awesome art rares in here. They're not worth a ton. I thought they'd be worth a little more. Blaziken $9, Houndoom worth $7, Kangaskong $6. But again, this is a very, very solid set. And then the booster box was at about 185, got up to 200. Coming down right now, last sold 126, 156, 120, 133, 125. But this is the newest set. So let's put that definitely in great. All right, let me take a little quick look and see if I want to move anything. All right, I'm going to start off by moving the Snow Hazard set down to the worst. And then I got to do it. I got to put Glory of Team Rocket. And I think I'm going to put Hot Air Arena. I really, really love that top 10. I'm going to put those two in the best because I think those are some of the best sets. You guys might hate me for this, but I almost want to put Battle Partners up there too, just because on the Japanese side, with all those trainers, it is such a good set. Let's check out Battle Partners again. Let's compare it to the Super Electric Breaker, because remember, it's not Surging Sparks. It doesn't have the same amount of cards in it. So again, a very nice top 10. I like the variety. We got the Salamence and the Volcanion with no trainers. And then we have Lily, one of the most popular trainers ever. Iono, super popular. Hops, somewhat popular. N is pretty popular. And then the En's Reshiram, Articuno, the Whale Lord. And then they have the Iono's Kilowattrel. I mean, that's a super cool card. And then we'll check out Super Electric Breaker. Where did that go? Right here. So, you know, the Pikachu, we got the Milotic, we got the Hydreigon, and then we got the full art Pikachus. We got Jasmine's Gaze, Clamont's Wit, and then the Ceruledge and Magneton. We got pretty nice Feebas and Mesprit, and then I do like the Phampi, but honestly, I really feel like Battle Partners beats this set out a little bit, even though the Pikachus were $242, you know, it's a Pikachu, you know, definitely holds a little bit better than like a Lily's Clefairy, especially on the English side, but on the Japanese side, it's a toss-up. But yeah, even the Battle Partners total value is at $706, Hot Air Arena's at $807, Glory of Team Rocket's at $1,000, and then I think the Super Electric Breaker is at $660. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put Battle Partners in one of the best sets of the Scarlet and Violet era so far. And again, you know, a lot of the sets that are in like decent and good, you know, they're all around the same. And honestly, all of these sets are very solid on the Japanese side for sure. But yeah, I think there are so many awesome sets in here that are complete sleepers. I mean, Clayburst having that $400 chase card and still being that cheap. And then even the Ruler of the Black Flame Charizard set. I mean, that's a very solid set. Because, you know, it's the entire Obsidian Flame set basically in that entire set. So it makes it look so much better compared to the rest of these, which are just half sets and stuff. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know down below your guys' order. I am very, very curious. And remember, this is just my personal opinion. I just like to do this for fun. I love comparing all the sets side by side and looking at like the top 15 cards and, you know, really breaking down the sets. And then you have to remember to, you know, reprints and everything matters a ton. So, you know, 151 or, you know, Terrestrial Festival could get a massive reprint or something. You just never know. And, you know, the prices could definitely drop. So you have to keep that in mind, especially on the Japanese side when they do reprints. They really, really do reprints. But all right, that was the Japanese Scarlet and Violet era tier list. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then make sure you comment your favorite set from today to be entered into that giveaway. And then if you guys could do me a massive favor, I just started a TikTok, so if you guys could give me a follow there, I would really, really appreciate that. We just had one video reach like 800,000 views, but yeah, I just started it. And then if you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to watch my last Pokemon Following Friday, which was a super good one, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.